All right, what is up, yes? Dud. Oh yeah, muffins, welcome to the video. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, coming by. If you're new here, you're gonna first slap into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah, and come off the top rope with a fine elbow and smash. Oh yeah, that subscribe button. Be a stud muffin, subscribe. Oh yeah. Okay, man, enough of the Randy Man Macho Savage. Listen, dude, so hey, Joe Rogan, right, has signed and gone with Spotify for 100 million smackaroonies, right? And he said that when he was going to do this deal, that it wasn't going to affect him, he wasn't going to be censored, there wasn't going to be any corporate oversight, that he was going to have, free wheel of the situation. It's not going to change. Hey, I'm Joe Rogan, and this is the Joe Rogan experience, and it's going to stay that way. And, YouTube videos will be the same, content will be the same, everything's going to transfer over. But hey, man, that doesn't actually seem to be the truth of the situation, as certain, I guess, nefarious people known as Alex Jones. I'm Alex Jones. This is Infowars.net. Make sure you get your fluorinated water. Make sure you get your protein packs. I'm Alex Jones. Infowars. Turn the frogs gay. As this article here by Forbes says, you're scanning through the list of episodes. Boom, right there. There seems to be a pattern emerging. Gavin McInnes is gone, Alex Jones is gone, Stefan Molyneux is gone, and many other figures associated with the alt-right. Oh my God, they're alt-right. There are other things as well and patterns that are emerging that show that he may be under the corporate thumb that we'll get to in this video. But I've always sort of felt that Joe Rogan is a disinformation officer, agent of misinformation. Joe Rogan is an actor. That's what he is. He's an actor. He's a Hollywood actor. He started off as a sitcom actor with the TV series Newsroom, and then he moved on obviously to Fear Factor, and then he started doing a podcast. And in my eyes, and my beliefs here, no one in the system rises to the top and has the most powerful and biggest platform almost in the world that's not. Well, it really actually is. I think it reaches more than anybody, any platform, when you actually factor in how many views his YouTube channel gets, how many downloads his podcast gets, how many views that gets. He has the furthest reach out of anybody in the world right now as far as media goes. And anybody who rises to that has to pass the test, man. Has to pass the Turing test for shills. Like, they're not going to allow anybody to just rise up and become that big. They wouldn't. They would stop you if you actually are speaking the truth. Look at Alex Jones. What happened to that guy? That guy was huge. They banned him completely off the internet, dude. He's not on Twitter, not on Facebook. You know what I'm talking about. On YouTube, he's gone. He is back on Infowars.net. That's Infowars.net, banned TV. So I've always sort of felt that Joe Rogan is an agent of misinformation. Like he walks the line of trying to, having interesting guests and stuff on, but at the same time, you don't have to outright, to get this correct here, to be an agent of disinformation and misinformation and like a shill. You don't have to outright just be as openly crazy as Alex Jones, like the interdimensional child molesters are coming through. You don't have to be that crazy. And you just have to do small bits, small misinformation, small disinformation.
Seeing looting. You're seeing a lot of these fucking young white kids, and they're just running to get free Nikes. And that's really what's going on. Yeah. I've watched about 100 videos of people looting. I might have seen 4 black people. It's all these white kids stealing sneakers.
Well, it's kind of amazing.
Just move that needle. Just move a little bit. Come on, Joe. Yep, just do that for us with us. Oh, yes. Yes, I will. Bohemian Grove. Worship an owls. Grab a beam and go worship owls. Yeah, the earth is flat. Moonland's fake. Owls, Joe's Bill, Explorer, sort of okay. It's like dropping a rock in a lake. Just trickles out. The waves just keep going. This keeps going and going all the way to the shore. But anyways, like I said about 5 minutes ago, I'm going to tell you more about how Joe Rogan is sort of under the thumb. And it's just, it's a sellout, a shill, and might be an agent of disinformation. So we already got Joe Rogan apologizing now about the rioters in Portland. Joe Rogan. I fucked up on the podcast with Douglas Murray and said that people got arrested lighting fires in Portland. That turns out not to be true. They're just burning down everything else and having riots every single day. But anyways, whatever. They're not, my bad. I was very irresponsible, not looking into it before I repeated it. I read one story about a guy getting arrested for lighting fires. Turned out to be true, but the other shit I read about people getting arrested for lighting fires in Portland was not true. I repeated it without looking into it, and it was a really, really effing stupid mistake that won't happen again. I'm sorry. Joe Cuck Rogan right out here right now, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Yeah, and like this guy says here, really both people are literally getting caught with effing gas cans and torches, but what more proof do you need? Well, wait, there's more! Now, see, Joe Rogan is now apparently trying to get canceled by, and trying to get censored by Spotify and the people working there. So, of course, Vice here, alt-left media. Multiple sources inside Spotify describe an all-hands meeting in which Spotify CEO Daniel Ek discussed the company's handling of the controversial podcaster in a Spotify all-hands company meeting. On Wednesday, Spotify CEO Daniel Ek defended keeping transphobic content from hugely popular podcaster Joe Rogan on the audio platform earlier this year, signed an exclusive. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So it had to do with the episode with that Chinese lady girl from Canada, and it had to do with essentially, she wrote a book saying that this whole transphobia movement and whatnot is, and she is like a doctor, and she, no one's against trans, no one's against trans here. No, I'm not against any LGBTQ, LMNOP, QSTUV, anybody. Hey, whatever you want to do, man. If you want to give yourself the chop, or you want to put one on, or whatever you want to do, and walk around, you want to identify as a battleship, I don't care. I don't care at all what you want to do. I don't care. But when it comes to children and pushing that onto kids and whatnot, that's what they were talking about, and how there's a huge rise, and how it's socially cool now to come out and be gay or trans. It's trendy, but it has really long-term health effects on people. That's the problem, right? That's an issue. You're pushing this onto kids now, and into schooling and teaching it, and trying to not normalize it, because it's not normal, I guess, but it's not, because it's a very small percentage. But I'm trying to make it bad, but try to acceptance, which is cool, right? You don't want to bully people if they actually are finding themselves to be in the LGBTQ, LMNOP. It's not their fault. I don't go around shaming people who are schizophrenic. I'm not going to go around and start shaming people who think that they're men in a woman's body and all that. But it's there's tricks on that, right? They try to move the needle again to genders, and trying to classify people, and they start getting into a crazy rhetoric, and that's where you need to be careful, and that's what she was talking about. And then this is bad. So in the case of Joe Rogan, a total of 10 meetings have been held with various groups and individuals to hear their respective concerns. It's just crazy. So I'm sure that Joe Rogan has been called in, has been told hey Joe, we need you to move that needle a bit more. Can you get some people on there who identify as pineapples, and just talk about how that's cool, man, and that they should be pushing children to identify as pineapples before they even understand what's going on. Forget about all the stats and information that lead to a lot of unhappy outcomes for people that get the chop. A lot of dicey stuff here in this video. Not really, just spitting facts. But Joe Rogan is an agent of misinformation, disinformation, sold out. Spotify, it's all just part of the whole plan. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the whole plan, dude. Come on now, yeah. Control the masses through media. Move that needle for us, Joe. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Eight Thoughts. You guys have a good one. And last but not least, and most importantly, stay black. Question authority. Don't want to the honky crackers and shapeshifters. Building no beam started spraying chemtrails now. Do it there. Sound like people more course flat. There's fake nonsense. Hicks force the frogs gay white man. Bring you. Stay locked down. Wear your masks down.